Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's well. How's everybody been? It's good to be back with you guys. To all our guys that are streaming on YouTube, thanks for joining us. This is Ashley Reeve. This is the quick trade trading session, guys. We'll be going from 9:30 till about 11. Thanks for joining. We still have a few more guys that are coming online, so I will give them the opportunity to do this. Gerard, good day on your side. Morning, Henny, Fani, Mike. Let's see who else we have online here this morning. Charmaine, Felix, Divan, EJ, Gladys. I have Jethro, Laix there. Beautiful. We have Marius, Nikita, Otsile, he's there. Cheryl, Mr. W, Tapelo, Palesa, Sipo. Good morning, guys. If you are new and you're joining me for the first time, please make yourself known. I'd like to greet you as well and make sure the other guys get to know you as well. And then we will take it from there. But it's really good to be with you guys. Just to give you an update, I will be with you guys for the next 5 days. I did say to you that for the next couple of weeks, we'll be dealing with a lot of recap and some reminders. Very important, they're reminders. And we're going to kick off this first day of 5 very, very strong. All right. Anyone new? Anyone brand new here? Let me just see real quick. Yeah, 2 months left of 2022, right there, Laik. Can you guys believe it? Almost 2023. Mike? All right. If you are new, please let me know. I'm not seeing anyone yet. I will wait for that. And then whilst I'm doing that, just a couple of reminders whilst waiting. A couple of reminders. Remember, QT is a licensed FSP. We are also a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. Did you guys have a good time with Roger? Vedna, good to have you on again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can everybody hear me clearly? Let me just make sure everybody can hear me, and then we can take it from there. Remember, I'm a registered rep. I'm working under supervision, and there will be some advice, obviously, in terms of your approach. So we're going to see what comes out of this session. And then don't forget your cutoff for withdrawals, Mondays to Fridays there. That is at 1500 hours, and on Saturdays, 9 a.m. And guys, remember, you can do this through your portal. All right. You can do this through your portal. And then here's your phases. As always, I'm mentioning them every session. I don't even blink or hesitate to do that, because this is the structure and the movement of price, irrespective of what you are trading. All right. If you are into it and you understand it and you can identify it, whether you are trading shorter time frames, whether you are trading higher time frames, higher or lower time frames, it doesn't really matter. These phases, they are there. There must be formulation of price, whether it's a resistance or a support for price to move away from that specific area. So I mentioned this every single time I have sessions with you. All right. So are you guys ready to go? Are you guys ready to push? Jethro, good to see you. Chuma, good to see you there. Uncle Philip, good to see you. Let's just see who else is on here. Hold on. All right. I saw everybody can see me. Everybody can hear me. That's brilliant. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one there, Jethro. Let's just do a quick recap on what is happening fundamentally. Are you guys ready for that? I'm ready. I'm ready to go. What's happening fundamentally? You guys know it's a packed week once again. It's a packed week once again. Let's go to the economic calendar so I can show you why I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen. We obviously have the interest rate decision that is coming out today at 8 p.m. That is for the US. There is 75 basis points on the table. And you can see that from 3.25%, that's 0.75%, will take us to 4% interest rates. Obviously, this is pretty high. That is generally not the case. These rates should then come down possibly next year. Because remember, guys, there is a balance, as I've mentioned to you countless times before. There's a balance that must be kept. Pretty much like the life cycle, there's antelope that must pass away for lions to eat, and there's lions that must pass away as well. So carnivores, herbivores, omnivores, all these guys in the great circle of life, as they put it on the Lion King, there must be a balance. And so interest rates, there must be a balance. It cannot just go up. If it does, then obviously there's a very big problem. All right. So they have been raised, or they have been moving up because of inflation. So does Somalia, and Jethro, that's when the imbalance is not 100%. All right. So there is by default, by the books, there should be a balance. But let's talk about being human to human, or let's be realistic here. All right. So it's not so much a debate, really. It's by the books. There's people that have disciplines and qualifications that have written about economics and what is needed in an economy, and we understand all of that. But there are times when that balance, that book, that discipline, that thought does not portray the picture that we see realistically. So I'm 100% in agreement where you're going to have certain stats that look obscure. It's just what it is. It's quite similar to you. You are not a perfect person. All right. Maybe you portrayed that in some instances, but when people meet you, they realize, this guy's far from perfect. You understand? So it really goes back to what is the opinions, and then what happens in reality. The same happened with Trump, and I always use as an example. He has no political experience before he came on. He's a business mogul. Are we together? He comes on. He's a billionaire. He comes in. He becomes president, the 45th president there. And so that also doesn't look right. He beat Hillary Clinton. Are we together? And she's been in there forever. So yes, we have the stats, but sometimes it does not happen that way. All right. So let's get back to this real quickly here. 4%. That's what it looks like. But guys, what's important about this? All right. When you look at the US dollar here, we have had it pushed down. Really, we haven't gone, and pushed above this area that we actually checked it about a week ago. And we said, should price break above the 114 area there, then we're seeing the movement up between 117 and 119. Now, what has happened is price has rejected at the 114 and has still not managed to come down, managed to go up. And this goes back to what I'd mentioned to you guys a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, saying to you that the concern was there, all right, that we took so long to push up, and it was over this area here. It took about 4 days. That concern, I remember this concern over here with the dollar, and it actually worked out exactly the way we analyzed it, that the dollar did not strengthen, yet we saw another pullback, creating a lower low. Now that lower low there, or well, not lower low, but that low there on the daily, on the 12-hour or the 4-hour, you'll find the lower lows. But on the momentum time frames, you'll see that this area created a new low there. All right. Now it's a low to that specific area here, but to this area, it's another higher low. All right. I'm going to say that again. I think I should say that again. All right. Just give me a sec. Let me just see what's happening. There are a few more guys coming on here. So from a momentum premise, or from that angle, all right, this low here is a low to that zone. Are we together, everybody, from a momentum perspective? But to this area, it's a higher low. So now you're getting a mixture of opinions and views from people saying, no, I think the dollar will strengthen from there. Is everybody clear there? All right. They think it's going to strengthen from there because they're looking at the momentum and saying this is a low to that area, but to there, it's a higher low. But when you shift now, and you go to a shorter time frame, all right, if you go to a shorter time frame, can you see how price can come and create another lower low here that will still be what? A higher low there. Can you guys see that, Kimmy? Can you see that? So on a shorter time frame perspective, Mike, there's a resistance that's taken place here. And so it can come down, create a lower low there if the dollar weakens now, shorter term, not momentum. And then from there, still a higher low, we push up from there. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? But when you go to the daily, it will not be good if the dollar comes and breaks below there, because now the trend then is interfered with. Do you see that? So from a momentum perspective, the trend gets interfered with if we push, all right, below here, pushing it further down to these zones here. Is everybody clear? So at this point in time, guys, I want you to look at this technically now. We know what's happening with the interest rates. I told you I want to start strong here on my 5 days. Are we together? Laik, really, we want to start off strong here. Jethro, Kimi, want to start off strong, all right? So at this point in time, look at this. The dollar is failing to gain traction. You can tell me why I'm saying that. Why is it failing to gain traction here? 1, 2, 3, 4 days already. 1, 2, 3, 4 days already. It's taken time. Can you guys see this? I don't know. I don't want. Yeah, that's a totally different thing there, Laik. All right, and one must define what that means first. All right, but yeah, that's a different discussion. Sharing my so Israel, my little girl, not a problem. Cheryl. Yes, it doesn't. It's therefore likely to push up from there. This is reflected in many of the instruments. Okay, that's a view. Yes, that's a view. We'll see. All right, so what we're looking at this moment in time, we are looking at the 108 area here. 108 area. Let me also mention this about the fundamentals. You do know that the 75 basis points is already factored in, and what they actually, what investors are actually looking at is the 50 basis points that could come out mid-December, and therefore we could see a weaker dollar. So this 75 basis points is already factored in. So investors are not even looking at this. All right, they are not even looking at this. They are factoring in the 50 basis, all right, points that could come mid-December. And that would then point to a weaker dollar, all right, when you're looking at it from a book perspective, Jethro, when you're looking at it from that angle. Are we together? But again, it is the market, all right, for anything can happen. Is everybody clear here? Is everybody clear? Remember, everyone in the markets has their own take on what could happen. All right, everybody has their own take here. Is everybody clear? What is your duty as a trader, ladies and gentlemen? We're starting off very strong here this morning. What is your duty as a trader amongst and amidst all of the opinions? What do you do when you see all of these people are saying, no, I think, putting out, what do you do at that moment in time? I'm seeing, right, the trends, wait and watch. Sean, Uncle Sean, good to see you. Make coffee, yeah. You just stay clear and base your opinion on your strategy. Cancel the noise. All right. So everything you guys have said, there's not wrong. Because, you know, if you speak to a person that is, you know, I heard this term here. Maybe you guys will help me. I want to start off really, really strong. You listen to this. I heard this thing about being woke. And if you're chatting to someone from that culture, you know, there are certain things that could come out from it where, you know, is anyone ever wrong or right? All right. So if you say someone's wrong, they will come back and say, no, but no one's ever wrong or right. Time reveals who was right and who was wrong. Are we together? Now, that's a very clever answer. Are we together? It's a very clever and convenient answer, because then it takes away the skill of projecting. Is everybody with me? It takes away the discipline of being able to take your technicals and predicting what could possibly happen, not what will. So what could happen? All right, everybody. So we're not saying we're going to debate each other's opinions, but at least we want to have an opinion on something. Are we together, everybody? So what we're saying here is that if by the book now, there's 50 basis points coming mid-December. Are we together? Which they've mentioned. Investors, if you read the fundamentals, they say that they're looking past the 75 and they're going to the 50. Then by the book, all right, by the discipline, we should see a weaker dollar. We should see then gold go up. We should then see the NASDAQ push up. Is everybody with me there? We should see S&P then going up. Is everybody with me? We should, we should see the US 50 then go up. If it is that is the case. Now, because you guys have been with me for, I mean, you know, there's some guys since last year already. You've been with me this year. Is everybody with me? And you have seen that there's been many times when the fundamentals did not paint a clear picture on the technicals. Is everybody with me? So what do? Is yes, make coffee. Yes, have your own opinion. Yes, close your laptop and take a walk. Yes, but what you should also do, listen to me very carefully, you good people. What you should do is find people that are strong in consistent analysis. If they've showed you over and over their analysis, not the profits is a secondary consequence of patterns. All right. When you are in contact with someone that understands patterns, that understand analysis, the profits always follow there. So we're not focused on the profits. Focus on finding great, good quality analysis. Is everybody clear? If you're following one or two people and then you base yours on there, or you do yours and then you bounce it off from there, that's what you should be doing. Is everybody 100% with that? Is everybody 100%? It's speculative, Jethro. Not necessarily. Some people just come on to listen. All right? It's speculative. Some people just come on to listen. Some people don't take the advice at all. Some people don't take the analysis at all. They're just here to see if it works. Are we together? That's a fact. Is everybody, it's a fact. Is everybody clear there? So it's important for us to understand these dynamics. All right. So in this specific case, the dollar here, all right, we have come to the conclusion now that from a fundamental premise, they're looking ahead. We could see a weaker dollar here, momentum speaking, all right, and short-term speaking, we could go down to the 108.640 area there. All right, everybody with me? Everybody with me 100% here. All right, let's move over, guys. I will be going through the MT5 now. I want to just go and see what in and if there is any opportunities for us to look at. Just give me 1 second. Let me share that MT5. All right, can you guys see my screen here? Can everybody see my screen? Yeah, that's the AUD NZD. I still see a bit downside here on the AUD NZD, but that is the name of the game. There's different views. I still see a bit of downside. Also, guys, what I want to be really strong in here this morning. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Good morning. It's a good thing we didn't go on that dollar hunt, right? It's a good thing we didn't go on that dollar hunt. What I really want to be strong in here this morning, guys, is to mention the following, or actually ask the question. Let me ask the question, how much lemon juice can you really get from a lemon once you've squeezed it? How much lemon juice can you really get from it? Let's do the AUD NZD real quick. How much lemon juice can you really get? All right, how much lemon juice can you get? Once you've squeezed it and it looks like there's nothing in, can you still get? Should you still be squeezing? Should you still be squeezing? All right. All right, so here we go. AUD NZD, from a signal perspective, there will always be a difference in opinions and so forth, because it's the market which fluctuates. I still see a bit of downside here, though. I'm going to put the stop loss. Can you guys, I just hope you can see the yellow. If I don't think you can, let me make it red. There we go. That's much better. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's just make this solid. And the stop loss, the reason why I'm putting the stop loss in is because I want to see how far away it is from there. All right, I'm going to shift to a shorter time frame because this is going to give people their perspective to say, would they like to join? And at this point in time, it's about 42 pips away. The TP at this point in time, let me put it in there, it is 1.10, 450. 450. So from a daily perspective, all right, the signal is then indicating we could see some upside from where it is now to push up to that zone over there. That's what the signal is indicating. Is there anyone that agrees? I can do some risk and reward. Is there anyone that agrees with this? Let's see what the guys are saying here. Laik. Okay. Vuyo R says depends how you squeeze the lemon. Okay, so you've squeezed it in all ways. You've squeezed it in every way possible. Is it still worth it? Do you still squeeze? Did you go for the long there, Kim? Did you go for the long there? Well, pretty simple there, Mike. Thanks so much for that question. All right, because I'm looking at the momentum here. All right, brilliant question. I'm looking at the momentum. And can you guys see where we are? We've come back past these two blocks. Now look at these blocks here. When I go to a daily, look at that. We are past those two blocks there. Now, guys, if you've paid attention to all the classes or the sessions that I've been giving you, I don't teach people strategies, or I don't use technique in strategies. All right. This is price action. Is everybody with me there? So I'm not interested in strategies because they change. All right. And people don't give you all the steps of their strategies. What's important for you, Kim, you joined me last week, right? And I'm glad that you joined me. Teresa, you joined me about 3 weeks ago or so, roughly around there. What I'm happy about is that you're catching me at that vein where it's, let's talk price action, because you're in a very good spot, is that you're starting out and you're getting the base where you can build your own approach from. You can build your own strategy when you understand the price action. So many guys come in with the strategy mindset. Let me see what this guy can teach me with the method. And if I don't get a method, I don't think he's good, or I don't think she's good, because I didn't get a strategy from them. Does that make sense? That's the wrong mindset. That's the wrong mindset. I was actually telling my 10-year-old yesterday, Kim, I had said to her, don't have a relationship with people when you can just get stuff. It's wrong. It's wrong to have that kind of mindset. Are we together? Come in and understand it's a two-way. It's always a two-way. So with price action, here is the feeding of price action. What you do is now you receive it. Now you build your strategy. Now you build your approach. Are we together? So Mike asked Ash, why do you see the downside? Mike, clearly, simply, price action is showing me that these two pivot points have been violated by this candle. Very simple. That's it. It's that simple. These pivot points here. Now look at the months. Look at the months. This is the start of November, right, Mike? That's the start of November. We are there now. This was October. This was September. This was August. Can you see this? We are below August. Can you see that? Is everybody clear so far? There's August, there's July. We are beneath July even. Now look where we are going to. Can you guys see this? So July, June, can you see that? Yes, May. Can you guys see this? So I'm seeing us moving from a momentum perspective to May here, roughly around that zone there. Can you guys see that? That was where the breakout happened. There was a breakout here to where? All the way up. And what are we doing now? Retracing, balancing it out. It's that simple, Mike. Do you see that? It's just price action. That's it. Now watch here. When I go to the weekly, look at that. Look at this big fall here. This is movement phase. What phase comes after movement? Movement, sorry. What phase comes after movement here? What phase comes after movement? Let's see. There we go. Accumulation. So price action is telling us we are in movement phase. Yes, there could be upside. We're not disputing that. Does that make sense? But we're saying at this moment in time, the phase from a momentum perspective is saying the movement is not done yet. So how do we know the movement is done? Talk to me, somebody. Talk to me. How do we know the movement phase is done? This is pure price action now, not strategy. We are analyzing this technically now, because we can have a premature buy now. Are we together? If we don't identify that specific movement phase. So movement phase, we need this to happen. We need the bounce, yes, but what happens before the bounce? What happens before the bounce? Price, okay, fine. All right, market starts moving sideways. Hold on. Exhaustion happens, yes. Exhaustion, guys, let's give Palesa a round of applause. Exhaustion must occur. Once exhaustion occurs, now we can go into accumulation. Is everybody clear? The accumulation now here's a trick question. Where do we look for the accumulation for that bounce? What time frame are we looking for? I basically gave it away, but what time frame do we look for now? For the accumulation, for the bounce. We're looking at the momentum time frames. When the momentum time frames, look at this. Can you guys see that? So when you see the momentum time frames creating the accumulation phase, that gives us a stronger signal that that bounce could come now. At this moment in time, we are still in the movement phase. Now this area here could become that zone where we see a possible bounce. Can you guys see that? Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned there, guys? Mike, do I got you there? All right, beautiful. And remember, all I did was I'm sharing the same price action over and over. I said over and over. Look at this. We've broken beneath these zones here. Can I ask a question here, guys? We're starting strong. What is the gift of a teacher? What is the gift of a teacher? What does a teacher do that makes sense? What is the gift? What is the actual? Are you sure it's guidance? Think about it. Just think about it whilst I move on. All right. So I'm gonna move. Everybody's clear. Guidance to pass knowledge. All right. Give ability to do it on your own, to convey. Okay, to convey understanding to the people. All right. Okay. Uncle Sean is back. I think. All right. Okay. So everybody has. Interesting. Okay. Can I say this to you guys? It's a view. Kimi, it's a view. Repetition. A teacher gives you repetition. It's repetition. A grade 5 teacher, every year she gets new students and she repeats them. So in the repetition, there must be consistency. In the repetition, there must be guidance. In the repetition, there must be accuracy. You guys see that? But the repetition is the key. If a teacher is not repetitive, you won't be guided. Is everybody with me? No, just ignore Uncle Sean, please. You know, he's always joking. So Uncle Sean, don't give the wrong impression to all my new guys. Please. Uncle Sean, no. But repetition. Okay, you know what? Uncle Sean, just to appease, Uncle Sean, grade 12. Okay, grade 12. Okay, tertiary. Okay, BBA, PhD. All right. So it's repetition. Jethro, does that make sense there? Mpo, does it make sense? So what I'm saying is, guys, all these things is not different from what I've been repeating. Is everybody clear? All right. Can I move on? Is everybody's okay? I'm going to switch. We're going to Nazi. Nazi has not pushed above the zone of last week. I kept this because I wanted to track it with us or with you here. Look at that. Look at that area there. It has not broken above the zone here at all. It rejected, which was the previous zone there. It has not gone past it. Therefore, there's no long there now. Is everybody with me? Long, what I mean by that, buy to the upside. We've not gone past there yet. Look at that, 11,646. 11,646. And if you stretch it, look where it is. It's at that zone there. It's at that zone there. So we're not above it. If we break above that zone, yes, but we have not. So we don't move an inch. All right. Refuses. I agree. Refuses. All right. Yes. That word confirmation, EJ, you know, yeah, that's a very interesting word with trading. Yes. All right. So S&P, let's just park it. Let's just park it for now. Recap, we'll see what happens. Remember, if the dollar weakens, we could see some more upside. All right. S&P 500, look at this, came up to 3920. Everybody can see that, right? And if you look at it, where's 3920? Look at that. If you zoom out, can you guys see where it is? It's broken before and it pushed up. It's broken before, it's pushed up. It's bounced there before, it's pushed up. It has not gone to that zone. It has not broken there, therefore we relax. Now, what's important here is I drew a channel. And I said to you that we have for this year, the S&P, we have been in a retracement for more than 6 months. Is everybody clear? For more than 6 months, we have been in this retracement. Look at that. And we have gone back. Remember, this is a year. From there to there, this is 2022, 2021, 2020. We have gone back to 2020's breakout. This is price action. Now, can you see we attempted from a monthly perspective to go up and break the resistance of that month there? We have failed. Is everybody clear here? We are still here. We need to break that zone first. So if I were to do this, hold on. Let's simplify this real quick. Let's simplify this real quick. We're still in that downtrend there. Can you guys see it? Now look at this price here. Look at that. We are right there. Right there. At 3864. We broke up just a little bit, but we're still in the channel. Yes, that's a key point. That's a key point. So go to the weekly now. Now watch from a weekly perspective. Look at that zone there. Can you guys see this? We are trending at that resistance. All right. Is everybody with me? You ran away. Why? Yeah, that's a good question. Why? Now, can I please give this to you guys? Please write this down. Please write this down. 3904. 3904. That zone there. 3904 and 3971. Please write that down for me. So we need that to actually break. Between 3971 and 3904. Once we've broken there, that's a different story. All right, we're going to have to check it out. We're going to have to check it out. We're going to have to check it out. I still see, look at the zone here. Look at this. Look at this area here. Hold on. Look at that zone there. And look what's happening here. Do you see that, guys? So if this goes up, now to Sean's comment there. We're still in the channel. That's the top of the channel. Do you see that? So even if we do go up, this dollar, then the US dollar could come down now. Do you see that, everybody? Exactly what I was referring to now. So left-hand side, right-hand side, we could see this guy still go up if that dollar weakens. All right, so let's just wait it out. Let's see. It could, but I would not jump in here at this moment in time. Are we together? We could come down till here first to that zone there to come and test. Can you guys see that? We could come down first and test that zone once again, because that's where the breakout was. Breakout has not come back yet. All right, everybody clear there, guys. So please just be careful here for now. Let's move on. Let's go on. Dow Jones. I'm looking at the technicals. We already understand the fundamentals. We're looking at the technicals. All right. 1 hour. Ash, why are you going to the 1 hour? I'm trying to look at the shorter term movement for now. Is everybody clear? Because the weekly, you can still see we are in that retracement there. And if I had to draw the channel, you'll see it. It's right there. There's the channel once again. There's the channel once again. Can you guys see that? So the channel is there. The channel is there. And we've hit this resistance here. Look at this resistance here. Oh, my word. Can you guys see this zone here? This area here, there? Let me just draw a circle. Sorry, guys. Let me do a rectangle so you can see it. There. This is where we're at right now. So we are not past the zone here. We are not past that zone there. Is everybody clear? We are not past there. So we wait for now. We wait for now. All right. Let's move. Let's go to Brent. All right. Is there any Brent fans here? We were accumulating. We were accumulating last week. There's EJ. Yeah. We were accumulating last week. Look at last week, guys. And the week before. Can you guys see it? Have we broken the 95 yet? We have not. We have not. Where did I find the 95? There. On a 12-hour. Guys, don't forget price action, momentum time frames, monthly, weekly, daily. You can use the 12 hours. Well, I said to you, the 12 hours, 2 candles in it. You can use the 1 candle as a signal for an entry if you are trading momentum. If you are not trading momentum, then you're obviously not going to use that. If you're trading shorter time frames, you are not going to use a 12-hour. Is everybody with me there? Is everybody with me? There's forward trading and there's reverse trading. There's forward trading, there's reverse trading. If you're trying to trade future in the momentum, listen to me very carefully. If you're trying to trade the forward momentum, then you got to use the higher time frames as a signal. So now you have to wait for it to close. But if you're trading what has happened, then you got to look at the momentum time frames that has already closed, which was the previous day and the day before that and the day before that and the week before. Is everybody clear? So if you're trading shorter time frames, you are trading what the momentum has done in the past. When you are trading the forward momentum, you are waiting to see what the momentum will do. Where will it close? Because where it closes, that would be your possible entry, but that's not a scalper's problem. Does it make sense, everybody? A scalper is looking at what has happened yesterday in terms of momentum, and they want to get in today in a shorter space, in a shorter breadth, shorter distances with what has happened. You got it there, share? There we go. Is everybody else clear there with what I just mentioned? Would you like me to mention it one more time before we push on, guys? Or is everybody clear? All you got to just say yes or no, I'm moving on. So the guys are clear. Is that a yes for, say it again. Is it a yes for again? All right. All right. Repetition. And this is where you, get the guys that are not interested in repetition to go the other way. Let them go there. It's fine. Let's deal with the guys. All right. So now check here. Forward trading, you are looking at these time frames. Let me just show them to you. Meaning you are trading higher time frames. Your schedule is not at a place where you can sit in front of the laptop. So you are trading higher time frames on what price could do. That's forward now. All right. So in this specific case, to give you an example, let's just use the past. See the zone here. Let's say you were trading the momentum now. All right. This candle becomes a signal for the guys that are trading the momentum. That candle, it broke up, it closed inside of the wicks, which makes it an obscure peak. The obscure peak must be corrected. So if you went in after this close, you would have gained, example, 20 pips as an example. It's just an example. 20 pips. Are we together? It's just an example. It's just an example. All right. So you would have gained 20 pips. So let's just imagine that was 200 pips. Let's just imagine it was 200 pips. This is a 12-hour time frame. Okay. So just imagine it was a daily as an example now. You get in there, goes up, you've made 200 pips there, you are out of the market. You're trading that momentum there of what happened. Are we together, everybody? Is everybody with me there? The scalper is going to look at what has happened before here. Look at the zone here. So what has happened here, and they would have taken their money, as an example, from there to there, because they looked at this area here. Is everybody clear? So the scalper will look at these guys here, say, okay, it came down, support held, and then they start to look into what is happening in this candle here. Let me just show you this candle here. So the further above it goes, look at that. They get in at this zone and they take it up and they out. That's what has happened. Support up, they out. The guy that is swinging, as an example, he waits for this zone over here and he takes it with a higher candle and gets out there. Is everybody clear? You only really get those two types of traders. You get the guys that wants to trade short term. You get the guys that want to trade long term in this context. In retail trading derivatives now. I'm not talking about equities. All right, guys. Equities is a different investment vehicle. Is everybody clear? That is holding, all right, through investment firms and banks. You are holding your stocks there for X amount of years. That's a different form of investment. Is everybody clear? This here, derivative trading, CFDs, contract for difference. There are two guys here, short-term trading in terms of time frames, and the guys that are using the higher time frames. And people are developing strategies around that. So guess what? With the price action that I am, keyword repeating, you will be able to find yourself and say, look, I am more of a momentum trader versus the short term. Is everybody with me here, guys? Is everybody with me here? Uncle Sean, the lower breakouts momentum, yes. Yes, high volume, short. Look, it depends on your balance as well. Some guys are trading, all right, shorter time frames, and they only have 1,000 Rand. But they're going to keep their risk low, 0.01. Are we together? So it depends. It's subjective. Doesn't apply across the board. It's a series of numbers there, Vedna. If you look at the concept of Fibonacci, it's a series of numbers. It's a calculated pattern that you also find in nature. You can go and check out some documentaries on it. But in the context of trading, the Fibonacci retracement tool, the Fibonacci concept is to measure the depth of a pullback. And so in that calculation, which the Fibonacci is based on, you then find entries into that retracement. If price has pulled back, if it's an uptrend, you can get a buy. And if it has pushed up in a seller's trend, you can get a sell. All right. So there's a larger understanding of Fibonacci. But then in the context of what we are doing here, we are using it to measure our retracements. All right. Can I move on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to move on. Everybody understands it. WTI at this point, look where we are. We are at that resistance here. We are at that resistance there. We have highlighted it, all right, last week as well. We are still there. We have not moved away. All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any time on this here. We need a breakout to the top side if we really want to buy this thing up, okay? And if you're going to buy it from there to there, please note that's only 35 pips anyway. Is everybody with me? And I'm on a daily frame. So if you want to buy it from there to there, it's 35 pips up. Your stop loss will be about 15, 16 pips down. I'm thinking, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We're not afraid of correction. Yeah. Is anyone interested? I don't think the guys will be interested in a 16 pip stop loss here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please. 16 pip or 15 pip stop loss. Let's be real with one another here this morning. All right. See the nose coming in. All right. All right. Okay. Can we move on, ladies and gentlemen? Is that okay? Thank you very much for the quick responses. That's what makes this power, all right? The quick and the quick rate of response. Let's go to our dollar pairs now. Actually, a favorite thing for me to watch. I actually like watching these dollar pairs because it gives you lack of perspective there, all right? So let's go to USD Swiss franc first. Now look at this wick over here. Who knows what this wick is called? I've said it to you guys before many times. What is this wick called here? What is the wick called there, guys? It's the momentum. Look how it's actually pushed below that area there. It's called unfinished business here. This wick is sticking out beneath this open here, which tells us of a possible correction that could come here. Is everybody clear? The same happened there. The wick stood out. Can you see it? And there was a correction with the candle. Now, what is the correction? It is the body that overshadows the wick. What is the correction? The correction is the body of the candle that over or covers the wick. Is everybody clear there? Is everybody clear there? So this area here could get a correction to the downside. The downside, that means there would be a candle body that covers that specific area there. Is everybody clear? This is a projection. If the dollar weakens, we could see it come down till there. Now, what's important about this, I'm going to actually start off fresh here. Would you guys like that? Can I start this chart off fresh so you can see where we could possibly go to, all right? Could possibly go to. So let's start it fresh. Monthly. Monthly. Look where we are. Monthly. Can you guys see the zone here? See that area there? That high? If you zoom out, let's see if there's another area that we have actually gone and resisted at. See that zone there? There's a resistance there. Look at that angle there. So if I take a rectangle and I do this, and I do this, that, this, look at that, guys. Can everybody see these guys? Just let me know. So we are currently, if you cluster them now, let's go and cluster them. That there. So there's 3 clusters here. This is price action. All right. Where are we? We are in this cluster over here that is synchronizing with these areas. So if we get a dollar that pushes up, we got to go way up. Can you guys see what I'm saying here? We got to go way up. We got to go past that. Now look at all the rejection here. Can you guys see what I'm saying to you? Look at all of the rejection there. There's a lot of rejection there, 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 and we are currently here. So if we take this away, is the line dark? Is this one dark here? Hold on, let's do this. Can you see it now? All right, so can you see where it is? It's currently at this zone here. All right, let's do that share. So we are currently there, which is rejecting at these points as well. Is everybody clear here? So this is very important. And if you switch down to the weekly now, look at that resistance there. So let's just zoom out just a little bit. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Look at that high there. Synchronizing. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. We're catching it right in the center. Can you see it? So if I go back, do you see where price could possibly come down to? Now, if I switch to a daily, do you see what I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen? Look at that line there. There. So let's go in just a little bit deeper there. There is, I can see. Let's go in just a little bit deeper there. Can you guys see this? Hold on. Let's do this. Move back just a little bit. All right. So can you guys see where price is now? Now, if you do this, at this point in time, we are still in the northern hemisphere. Can you guys see this? We are still in the northern hemisphere, this zone here, which tells us there's some buyers here. Can you guys see that? So what we're doing is we're trying to look at the short term, not here. We are here now. All right. Everybody clear with that? If we draw apex, look where we are. Now remember this. Remember this. Anything can happen from where? Between Henny. Is Henny still online? Anything can happen between there and there. Don't forget that. Anything can happen between there and there. Anything. All right. So price can still push down. And then price can do this. Look at this. Hold on. Come up and then up again. That can happen. Henny, what happened to our gold? Remember gold? It's the same thing. It happened to gold last week. We were going for it. We were shorting, great, beautiful, Henny, and the opposite happened. And we are faced once again in that area or with this kind of scenario. Are we together? So anything can happen from there to there. If those interest rates, as an example now, at 8 p.m., come out tonight fundamentally, all right, and the dollar weakens, guess what? Boom, we can come down. Now, let's quickly make this clear. From there to there is only 223 pips, guys. That's 2 days wait. That's 2 days wait. Today's Wednesday. By next week, we could possibly push up again. Is everybody with me, guys? Can be sentiment driven. Absolutely. All right. So let's wait for it. Let's see how this one pans out. There is space for buyers. You can see it. There is space for buyers. But many guys will call this a descending triangle as well. Many guys will call this a descending triangle as well. There's the support. And if it is so, it has broken the support. Anyway, does that make sense, everyone? So let's see how it goes. There's space for buyers to come in, but anything can happen. Let's go to USD CAD. Look at this sucker right here. Look at this guy right here. It's reached this zone here that we've spoken about, 1.35043. Are we together? It reached that zone there. It seems like we could be coming down once more again if this CAD does strengthen, which is obviously Brent. It could go up as well. All right, coming out strong. So we could see it push down. That is a very, very big chance. And also those wicks are pretty concerning to me. Look at those wicks there. Those wicks are pretty concerning. So let's see how this one pans out as well. guys, there could very well be some downside here. The only thing that I'm looking at is this. Let me take that away real quick. This away. Let me use this area here. Look at that. There's still a slope there. Can you see that, Teresa? There's still a slope there. Mumpo, can you see it? So we would need to break that area there as well. At this point in time, there is still a slope. So be careful of that if you are shorting it down. There's still a slope. So this beneath that zone, that could be beautiful. Can anyone, can someone just check on that AUD NZD real quick? Because we had said we're still seeing some downside. Just quickly check on it, see where it is so that we are together. Whilst I go to AUD USD, look at this guy right here. Oh, look at this guy right here. We pushed down a little bit. We caught that specific trend right at the bottom, came up. We are currently and have tested the 65224, still down. Thank you very much. So we are still okay there. All right. So look at this, guys. You guys know also the Australian dollar there. They had only a 25 basis point hike there. They called it modest. And so the Australian dollar then didn't weaken. Sorry, because remember with higher interest rates, currencies generally increase in strength. So it was only 0.25%, and you guys know the Australian shares did go up. You guys know that? It did go up, and we normally see an inverse happen with interest rates and shares. Are we together? So at this point, we are tested here. Look at this. Look at that. We are tested the 65224. It's at that zone there. It's the daily frame, beginning of October. Look at that, beginning of October. We tested it, and we are down. So we needed to break the beginning of October, and then we push up again. Now, this could happen if the dollar weakens. Is everybody clear there, guys? That could happen if the dollar weakens, all right? Let's push on. I think we're okay. We're moving. GBP USD, GBP USD. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Also interesting here, that resistance is keeping, it's holding, it's resisting 1.16194. We said we'd like to long it, but we needed to break above the 1.16, and then we take it to 1.19. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. Everybody clear? Then I told you last week, I was looking for a long on the NZD USD. Who remembers? Long on the NZD USD. I gave you a level. I said to you, if it breaks that 5-8 zone there, looking at a 65.23. You guys remember that? Yeah. And it seems like it's panning out nicely. But guys, this is the thing. I'm watching it carefully because that darn dollar can create problems here. If it was up to the technicals, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't be worrying about it at all, because you can clearly see we've pushed up nicely. We broke above my areas there. We are pushing up nicely. That dollar is the guy that we are waiting for. I'm telling you, that guy, you know. So look at this. There's the 12-hour there. Look how nicely we pushed above there as well on the 12-hour. It's looking beautiful. Look at the 8-hour, looking beautiful. Can you guys see that? But the dollar, we are there. I'm in this trade, by the way. I am in a long here. I'm watching it very carefully. I have an emergency exit. I have an emergency exit here. Please, can you write this down? If you'd like to join 58361, I moved it up because price moved. So I move my emergency exits up every time. All right. 58361. If a daily frame closes beneath 58361, I'm out of there. All right. I'm trading the momentum here. I'm trading the momentum here. This is not an hour trade. This is not a 15-minute trade. This is not a 30-minute trade. This is daily up. 65.23 is the exit, the TP, the take profit. That is based on if the fundamental is working nicely. I'm in it. There's my exit right there. All right. Yes, of course I can, so not a problem. I'll say it again. This is not an hour. It's not a quick in and out. This is waiting for a long TP 0.6523. That's 171 pips. Mike, I'm dealing with the stop loss and the emergency exit now because you had a question maybe a month or two ago about what is ideal for if the emergency should be above the stop loss, etc. All right. This is dealing with that now, my good friend. So I love the questions because it might only pop up a week later or a month later, but it's still valid. It's a valid question, and we don't forget. We like we are like elephants, yeah. Remember, yeah. So look at this. Emergency exit is well above the stop loss there. Can you see that now, Mike? All right, look at this. That's where the stop loss could be. It's 57924. That's the stop loss. But the emergency exit, I'm going to zoom in. Sfiso, my good friend, look at this. Look at this. If you enter now to that area there, 6523, based on dollar weakness. Don't forget that. Based on dollar weakness, right? 6523. Stop loss, 57924. Emergency exit is at 58361. So, Mike, to your question that you had for me over a month ago, look at this, my friend. I would rather exit at that area on top than wait for it to come all the way down and lose more money. So if a daily candle closes beneath my emergency exit, I'm out. Because look at this now. Watch here. Hold on. If the emergency exit, if it's violated like this, price comes down and closes like that. Look how close it is to my stop loss anyway. And if the dollar keeps on increasing, guess what? Now I'm in big trouble. So I will give myself rather the 24 hours, that window. I'll sleep at 8 p.m. I'll wake up at midnight. All right. And I'll look for that daily close. And if that daily sucker closes beneath there, I'm out. Does it make sense? I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. and see this. Look at this. I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. Price close like this. And then I stay in because I think we're going to go up. Do you see that? So what do? I stay in, and then this happens at 6 a.m. Stop loss was hit when I just could have gotten out. Is everybody clear there, guys? Now remember, with technique, all technique comes sacrifice. Is everybody clear here? Is everybody clear? 100%. 100%. Can you please ask the question in the chat box there, Hendrik? All right. Let's move, guys. Unfortunately not, Hendrik. We don't allow any clients to share their screens. Okay. We'll deal with that offline. That's something that we do there. All right. This is a formal session for all our clients. Okay, can you please talk me through it? Or you can reach Roger at this point in time as well. All right, this is a formal quick trade session. Please reach Roger at this moment in time. Just go onto the live chat, and Roger will be able to assist. All right. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. It's okay. It's really okay. All right. We understand. We can, Laik, NZD, CHF, we can. Just give me your levels there. Just give me levels there. You know how it is. Give me levels, and then we push. Before we get, well, whilst we're getting that from Laik, NZD, CHF here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. USD, JPY, sorry. We could see some downside here. Do you guys see this? Look at the daily. See you, Kim. Can you guys see this? We could see some downside here first. Look at the hourly time frame. Look at this. Now from there, to there, 119 pips. Now, what I want to point out to you from a short-term perspective, all right? All right, look at this. Hold on. There. Look where we are. Look where we are. Look at that zone there. Look at the zone here. Aha. Guys, is this not clear? Is this not clear? Mike, do you see this? We are below 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those two, I used a nice word in my head now. To there, look at that. Now, if this happens, do you see this gauge we're using to look at possible weakness in the dollar come that interest rates? The USD JPY can be used, are we together, as a barometer. All right, Uncle Sean. Looks like it will hit support, and I'm a little worried about the daily pivot 59142. We'll go there now. Is everybody clear with the USD JPY? Is everybody clear here? Is there anyone that would like to take this specific trade here? Is there anyone that would like to short this? Remember, I'm putting it all on the table. Interest rates coming out at 8 p.m., all of it. 75 basis points. They're looking past to the 50 mid-December. So I'm not leaving anything off. I'm giving you the risk here. It is volatile. Are we together? But technically, you can still make a decision whether you want to engage or not. And if you don't engage. Don't feel pressurized to do anything. Does that make sense, everyone? Zev, good to see you, man. All right. Let's go to that NZD USD. Let's go to that NZD USD. All right. So Bonga is afraid of the pivot point at 59142. But Bonga, which time frame are you looking at? Which time frame are you looking at? Okay, I don't see why you're afraid of it. That's the next one. There is no other pivot point here. The next one is there. Unless you're looking back. I'm sorry, not that. Look at price. That's the blue line. There's the blue line, right? That's the blue line right there. You see, Bonga is here. 5.9 over there. So Bonga is concerned about the zone here. Come on, sorry guys. Just giving this. So Bonga thinks that this will be a resistance. This is currently 30 pips, 36 pips away. Bonga, correct? All right, so that's about 30 pips away. So you don't think it's going to go past there? Anyone that agrees there? Anyone agrees there? That's the area that Bonga is worried about. Anyone agree? If so, good. You might resist there. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, I'll actually do this. I'm actually going to leave it here. Let's check it out. I love it. I love it. I love it when we have different views. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right, based on your trades. All right, so let's see. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. And you guys know it's always good to see these different views, how it pans out. All right. See ya. Thanks for that, my friend. Let's go the USD JPY. Adeline, you wanted to take this the short here. All right. You wanted to take the short here. Guys, anyone that wants to join Adeline here? Anyone wants to join Adeline here? $146. 97 pips. Stop loss here. Just beneath that 1 to 2 there. All right, 147.619. And you have it there. All right, we have a 147.619. Laik, please do me a favor, my friend. Just repost your levels there for me, please, because obviously things moved. All right, thank you very much. Adeline, you got it? 147.619. Beautiful. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? It's interesting to be trading, guys. It's so interesting to be trading right now as well because of the volatility. It's good to see what you've been doing in terms of your education, how informed you are. Does that make sense, everybody? It's good. So keep your risk low in moments like this as well. Please do not go in with 10 standard lots or 15. Gabriel, leave the 20 standards, and like leave the 15 and the 19s. And please, guys, when it's volatile like this, Teresa, leave the 10s and the 9s. And Mike, please, the 60s. All right. Uncle Philip and Henny, leave the 100 lots, 100 standard lot. All right. No, this one here, at this point here, Gerard, we're looking at a possible short amidst the volatility. All right. Or amongst or during the volatility for about 101 pips here. All right. NZD CHF a while ago with TPs at 0.59. Okay, so, okay, let me quickly go to the NZD CHF. Okay, so are you happy with it? Is that what you are saying to me, Laik? Laik, are you saying that you are happy with it? Yes. But Laik, you know what? 0.59. 0.35. Hold on a minute, 5 and 59721. Let me just draw this in real quick before we 59721. Okay, so those are my two TPs there. Maybe I still have the chart. Let me just have a look, okay? How long ago was that? So happy you wrote it down because from my chart. Okay, yeah. So maybe you think maybe I canned that chart there? Could be I canned that chart. Whoa, okay. Okay, I possibly could have, okay, so I could have canned it. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm happy that you wrote it down. Okay, so those are my two levels, right? So if I look at my zones here, okay, I'm with you. That would make sense why I gave that level. You see that? That would make sense why I actually gave that level there. Because it's at that low. Okay, so it's moved up nicely. And the entry, was it above this zone here? Was it 5? Was it 5.6? Was it around 5.6? Just let me know. Okay, 5.7. Let's see. $5.7632. So it was around this area here, yeah? Had to be around this zone here. Okay, so you got in, beautiful, worked out, right? Can you see where we're resisting now? Can you see that zone there? You see where we're resisting. So that there, that's where we're resisting. So what's important now to discuss another entry, do you see this here? Can you see that, like 58802? September, which is here. That's the 12th of September. So if you look at it from a daily perspective, right, we're still up here. Can you see that? The next area, you can clearly see that zone there, which is beautiful. We've pushed up nicely from there to there. It's 85 pips up, beautiful, all right? But we're currently resisting now, all right, at that zone here, that area. So if you're saying you're looking for another entry, are you looking for a long or short? You're looking for a long. Okay, so profit taking can be done here. All right, profit taking can be done. So let's then quickly look at if we're looking for the next area. Should the NZ, now remember NZD is a little bit stronger. Are we together? It's also showed up against the dollar. Now look at that pivot point there. The next area from where we are now, there, that's 40 pips away. So now you got to decide, is 40 pips enough for you? Because if 40 pips is enough for you, then that could be where you do get your next entry. Are we together? Yeah, no, the short on the ends on that one. Yeah, I also see the long there. Okay, but with this one here, right? So is 40 pips enough? Because if 40 pips is enough, or 42 pips is enough, then the next entry can come here. Do you see that? So you just you have to let me know there, and it will obviously be a much shorter trade. See where we are now. 59721. Yeah, but if you're going to scalp it till there, then you got to wait for that zone to be broken. You see 58802? Wait for 5882 to be broken rather. Are we together? So when that one is done, that's a nice 93 pip movement up to that zone there. Do you see that? So just write that down, 58802. Okay, 58802. Okay, beautiful. All right. Everybody all right there? AUD, NZD, guys, where we tracking with that one there? I'm seeing the Siabonga. Yeah, this one is hit a bit of resistance. I talk, Uncle Sean, are you referring to AUD, NZD, or this one here? Just be a bit more descriptive there. Conservative, maybe a short is good, but if a daily close beneath 146 or an even so, okay, so you're a little bit more conservative. I see. Yes, I agree. Because Sean, I think, like I said, profit taking is actually taking place now. And so we could come back and retest that zone there. All right. Yes, I can. We got about 10 minutes left. All right. Is everybody clear, guys? AUD, NZD real quick. And then if you have to bounce, you can. If you want to stay behind, you can as well. All right. AUD, NZD pull back on a 1 hour. Very interesting. Oh, very interesting. From there to there is 100 pips. This is going to be an interesting one, guys, to watch. I love it. I love it when we when we do this. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if it actually pushes up to that zone there. So let's just give it a bit of time. All right. And then we take it from there. Everybody clear? If you guys need to bounce, that's cool. But for the guys like Morena, just to explain, or at least just give a good synopsis there quickly on the pivot points, or at least the major areas. Excuse me. Not at this point. Sia? not at this point, because this has created a lower low there. It's created a lower low here. So that's the only reason why I would say at this point, you have to choose, all right, a easier or a more conservative approach like you were using there would be to sell it beneath that lower low there down, because it did hit that lower low there. All right. Mike, no, that Shauna, it should be in your mailbox. All right, it's in your mailbox as well. Remember, guys, what's very important, we do issue trade signals. You guys know trade signals, you must have a minimum of 500 Rand in your account. You will not receive it if you don't have a minimum of 500 Rand. And what's the use of receiving it if you don't have any funds in your account? All right, everybody. Is everybody clear there? All right. Gerard, would you like to sell it? Where would you like to sell it to? We did not conclude on that. We said we're going to wait. Where would you like to sell it to? Where would you like to sell it to? Please just give me a number there. We are still in this resistance, in this rejection zone. Anything can happen in the rejection zone. We're still at the top. If you're going to sell it, where are you going to sell it to? And is it ready to come down? All right. On the shorter time frames, it looks like it could come down. But remember, when you go to the higher time frames, it's just a little wick there. It's only 10 pips. So to 85 from there, 85.4, 27 pips down. So I assume you're using bigger volumes there. If you're going to short this down to 85, okay, so if you're shorting it down to 85, that's only 36 Rand. So I assume you're using bigger volumes, 5 standard lots, or 1 standard lot, which gives you a better reward here. If you put down 0.50, 1,800. So I assume that 0.50, okay, it's about 1,800. Your stop loss is around 10 pips away. It's a very risky trade. Just be careful, Gerard. It is risky. All right, because there's no clear direction yet. Just be careful on this one, please. All right. Thanks, Shauna. And then 8901, yeah. Long on the broke out. Got in a little higher. AUD, JPY. Let's go see. AUD, JPY. You think it's going to go higher? It's 96. You think it will go higher? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, okay. But what time frame are you using though? Because that, oof, what time frame are you using there? Because on a daily, like, you know what, the daily, it still seems a bit uncertain to me. I'll be honest with you, man. Look how price is rejecting a dead zone there. You see that high on Monday's candle. Okay, I'd be careful of this one. Can you see there? I'd be very careful of that long there. When I look at that, do you see? So I'd be very careful of that long there, my friend. Okay, look at those spikes to the downside here. Okay, please just be careful. Still rejecting. Yes, and then remember, if the USD Japanese yen also comes down, you see how that can reflect through here as well. So just be careful, okay? Be careful of that one. And then I did see Lorenzo there for the AUD Swiss franc got in Monday at 6,400. You're welcome, Laik, for short. All right, let's go and check out the AUD Swiss franc real quick. For short. Okay, so Lorenzo, my friend, what's very important about the AUD Swiss franc, the Swiss is a strong currency, okay? Spindile, the bone collector, thank you very much for giving Spindile there. All right, so what's important about this one here, we are below. But what I want you to notice is this. We are now rejecting. Please be careful of this. Lorenzo, we are currently stuck here, all right? Now, what's very important, we could go back there. You see that? Are you with me there, Lorenzo? The challenge is we might go back and visit this area again because we've broken out of that resistance. So if you're looking at it from that angle, this candle here could very well be the reason why we're pushing up first. So we are accumulating. We're accumulating. It's at this point, we need this to break. If that zone breaks there, then we go up. But if it breaks down here, then obviously you in the money. So let's wait and see how it responds. We're accumulating at this point in time. Okay, look at that. That's all accumulation. You see that? Okay. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. And all the guys that have to run, you are free to do so. Even the guys on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the session. As a reminder, I'm with you for 5 days. And we'll be going through these technicals and sharing some more insight. Okay. Morena.